Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Selena from Wholeness Campaign, and today I want to be sharing with you my 5 best pregnancy hacks that come from a really holistic, very down-to-earth, crunchy lifestyle that I have here. And yes, I am expecting my first baby, and so we're really excited. If you haven't seen my announcement, you can go over to my Instagram and you'll be able to see a little photo. But today I really want to share the 5 things that have helped me the most in pregnancy so far, having survived the first trimester and made it all the way to 13 weeks. What has been my lifesavers, my game changer things, supplements, all of it that has made the biggest difference for my health. So let's jump in. My first one is magnesium. Magnesium. I cannot say this enough because honestly, you guys, I didn't notice this, but in the beginning of pregnancy, I wasn't sleeping every other night. And I was so confused because it became like a predictable thing that I wouldn't be able to sleep every other night. Like I knew every other night, I'm just gonna get trash sleep. And it was the most bizarre thing. And then my roommate kindly pointed out to me that I take a bath every other night in Epsom salt. And so I tested the theory, took a bath every night, and my sleep was flawless. I mean, you guys, seriously, like I slept so good. And that's the thing that people talk about in the first trimester as being one of the most annoying things when you cannot get any sleep. And the reality is your body's just doing so much work to try to nourish your baby, and it's actually undergoing a lot of stress. And so having extra magnesium is really important. And honestly, I've noticed a difference in just my mood and my overall sense of mental functioning when I take these baths. Now you can get magnesium in other forms too. There is a magnesium lotion brand that I really love from 8 Sheep Organics. I've actually started making that lotion myself because I've been using so much of it lately. But anything kind of topical, like absorbing magnesium through your skin in a bath, or using magnesium lotion or even magnesium oil on your skin, is going to be a really good support to your body that might be struggling with all sorts of different things in pregnancy. You can also take magnesium supplements. I've found that my body personally right now is way more sensitive to magnesium supplementation than it ever really has been. And I've tried all different kinds of forms and I'm still not doing great with them. So I have resorted to just using topical magnesium and just really dousing myself in it and getting as many opportunities to get it onto my skin as possible. Again, magnesium really helps to support sleep, to decrease anxiety. It helps with muscle tension. It helps with muscle aches, pain in your body. It's really effective at relaxing you. And if you are struggling with constipation, supplementing magnesium can be a really supportive thing. Additionally, there are actually some studies that show that preterm labor is actually decreased significantly when you have healthy doses of magnesium in your diet, whether through supplementing or through food, as well as a host of other, birth defects and things like that that can be prevented with nutrition. So that's something I found kind of interesting as I've been researching. And number 2 is enemas. And I know that you guys probably think I've like been ringing this enema gong way too much, but I kid you not, you guys, enemas during my first trimester were a game changer, specifically for nausea. As I've been learning about pregnancy, I've learned that the first trimester actually is a lot of your body trying to purge toxins that may interfere with the development of your baby, especially in those earlier months when your baby's brain and central nervous system is developing. Your body's actually going to do everything it possibly can to get rid of the most amount of toxins possible so that you can have a healthy baby. Now, there's other reasons for this. Mainstream doctors will generally say that this intense nausea in the beginning of pregnancy is due to hormones. But I think while that can be true, there is also another side where your body is having these extreme kind of detox episodes when it comes to vomiting and all sorts of other things you can experience in early pregnancy, where your body's actually doing the best it knows how to keep your baby protected from toxins. So that is a little bit more of a holistic theory. I think they actually both come into play, but either way, enemas have been my hack for nausea. There was a point where I would get nausea only on the days that I didn't do an enema. Before you guys all go crazy on me for thinking that I'm gonna like purge toxins to my child. I do not do coffee enemas during pregnancy, at least as of now. I'm not doing it because of different doctors who've recommended not doing it. It can be a really strong detox to expose a small baby to. And so no coffee enemas, just water enemas, but water enemas have been proven completely safe for pregnancy. There's all these different wacko things out there that say that it leads to miscarriage and, preterm birth, and none of those really actually add up if you look at the data. Again, looking at the data. But enemas, you guys, just that little extra water enema detox support during your pregnancy, especially in the earlier days, can be so, so helpful. And number 3 is liver. A little out of breath, but I'm hanging in there. So there are so many different multivitamins on the market today, and it's crazy what we are marketed to with just like all these kinds of synthetic vitamins. And being somebody who really cares more about finding food-based, most natural sources of my nutrition, I'm really looking for the most nutrient-dense foods that I want to fuel my body with so that I am feeling the best and I'm also giving my baby the best that I can. Back in the day, people used to actually reserve the organ meats for the pregnant women because they knew that pregnant women needed the nourishment. And what's interesting is nowadays that people will tell you not to eat liver, not to eat raw meat and all of that. But I can tell you right here, as somebody who's just not followed any of the rules, that raw liver has been one of the biggest, most supportive things to my body during this time. I felt noticeable night and day differences with my energy levels, taking either capsules of liver and organ meats or the raw liver pills that I show you guys how to make in another video that I will link above. Basically, liver is like taking a multivitamin. And in a lot of ways, if you are having a nourishing diet, you really don't need all of these prenatal vitamin synthetic mixtures that are out on the market. Really, I believe you can get this from these nourishing, nutrient-dense foods, especially organ meats, guys, because liver, kidney, brain, spleen, all of it. I mean, your baby's organs are developing, and eating those organs is going to be so beneficial for that developing baby. My 4th hack really is raw milk, you guys. I cannot say this one enough. Probably this was the most consumed, most effective thing I have found for just like hunger and headaches and all of those kinds of things that you can experience a lot more in the beginning of pregnancy. Guys, I haven't actually had headaches, and I'm somebody who has been way more prone to headaches than the average person, but I have not had any headaches. I had one time where I felt a slight headache coming on, and I was like, this is so weird, I haven't had a headache in so long. Drank some raw milk, and it was gone. Like literally gone. I felt my brain like, I don't know how to explain it. I felt my body just like absorb it and kicked that headache out. So raw milk has been so beneficial for me. I can't even explain to you how much raw milk I've had. You guys, we buy, for 3 of us here, 4 to 5 gallons a week of raw milk. I drink most of it. I drink at least 3 of the gallons because my body, I just feel it craving it, especially early pregnancy when the bones and the teeth are all developing, and when pregnant women can be way more prone to getting cavities because their body is just giving all of the nutrients to the baby, and your body will prioritize the baby over you. And so that can lead to some issues in your teeth, especially when you don't have enough calcium. But again, it's the bioavailable calcium, the calcium that has all the other components that can help you absorb it properly. Raw milk is like the best of the best. Plus you got all your probiotics in there. And you guys, I literally think I had like at least a quart, maybe 2 quarts of raw milk every single day. And I think I'm still doing that, a quart to 2 quarts of raw milk every day, which is crazy. But it also keeps me so hydrated, so nourished. It's an easy way to feel like I'm not, having to create meals all the time, but it's a very nourishing way to get to curb cravings. And, when you're really hungry because you're growing a baby, that can be a good filler snack throughout the day. The Weston A. Price Foundation, their like mama or pregnancy diet actually recommends that pregnant women actually drink at least a quart of raw milk each day. And this is just because it really does support the development of the growing baby. I found this to be so true, you guys. So give it a shot if you haven't already. Also, raw milk was one of the best things when I was nauseous. Having just a couple sips of raw milk instead of food sometimes really helped. I never actually threw up or anything. There was never anything super extreme in my early pregnancy, but I did have pretty long weeks of just like subtle nausea throughout the whole thing, and raw milk honestly really helped to kind of curb that nausea throughout the day. And number 5, I'm sure everybody is talking about this, but is just to rest. Part of why I've skipped a couple weeks on my channel, part of why I've taken back a little bit from doing YouTube shorts for a season, is because your body really just needs more rest in pregnancy. And that doesn't mean that you need to be fatigued all of the time. I actually think that the more you nourish yourself, the less you experience that just drop dead fatigue. I think that oftentimes that can be due to malnourishment. However, you still are forming a baby when you're pregnant. And so making sure to get all that rest, putting less stress on yourself, because your body is already going through a lot of stress to create a child, basically. You know, you might not feel stressed, but your body is doing a ton of work and a ton of recovery as you're growing this child. And so resting, taking it easy, really trying to like relax your mind, and even meditating can be very helpful. That was something that those baths every single night really helped me to do, is just to relax and wind down at the end of the day. So I would really encourage you to use this season really to just take a step back, rest as much as you can. Your body will thank you for it. Your baby will thank you for it. I hope this video is helpful. If you got anything valuable out of this content, please like and subscribe. It is my passion to walk alongside people as they heal and grow. It inspires me and hopefully brings encouragement to you. Thanks for watching.